Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, hello. My name is Brittany and usually my makeup is not quite this intense. But you know, here we are. If you are new, you might not know that I am doing a Zodiac series on my channel and that would explain this makeup. This is my take on a Pisces themed makeup look and I am uploading this during the season of the Pisces, so if you are a Pisces, happy birthday or almost birthday or belated birthday, because you just had a birthday. Comment down below and let me know how old you turned and what you did for your birthday or what you're doing for your birthday. I would love to know. So I don't really have a ton to say. I did this look. It's my first time doing like a graphic liner, and when I thought of the Pisces and the fish, I thought of the ocean, and I wanted to do an ocean wave graphic cut crease liner situation, and I'm pretty stoked with how it came out, I gotta say. Look at the little fish. Look at that little fish. It's funny. That's my husband's nickname. He likes to call himself the little fish. But anyways, I think it's time that we just get into this. I don't really got a ton to say, but before we do, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and become part of the Brat Pack. We're a pretty cool group here, and we are encouraging, and we are fun, and we are sassy, and we are bratty, and if you are a brat, and you know you are, why don't you go ahead and be a brat with us. And with that said, I think we should go ahead and get into this video. Do you want to do that? Let's do that. Let's do that right now. If you would like to see me create this little Pisces inspired cut crease makeup tutorial thing, just keep on watching. Alright guys, we're fresh faced and we're going to go ahead and get into this eye look. I'm going to start here with the shade Formation from ColourPop. It's a nice teal blue that I really like and don't get to use quite enough if I'm quite honest with myself. So I'm taking that on sort of like a tapered blender brush and I am blending it into the crease all the way into the inner corner and to the outer corner, and I'm going to be bringing it out in sort of a winged shape. Now that I am sure that's the shade that I want to use, I'm going to go ahead and build that color up, making it a little bit brighter, a little bit deeper, and bringing out the shape a little more how I want it to be. As this is going to be an ocean wave shape, I want to bring it out pretty far and make sure that it's nice and blended. And of course, I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye, making it match, which is the hardest part of all, and building it up to make sure it's nice and smooth, not too patchy, because blues are a little bit hard, so they take a little more finessing than other shades do. So that's why I'm going over it a couple of times and just making sure it's a nice smooth blend out past my brow tail, nice winged shape. Alright, now that we pretty much have the transition shade the way we want, we have the shape mapped out, I'm going to go in with the shade Peacock here on a bit of a smaller, still tapered brush, and I'm going to deepen up that crease still, making it a little bit deeper, a little darker, a little more defined into the shape that I want. I just used the first shade as sort of a transition shade to make sure this darker shade would blend nicely, and I feel like these two shades go really well together. So that's why I did it, and I'm glad that it ended up working out. Again, you want to keep going over it a couple of times, building up the color slowly when you're going in with blues, because a bit of patchiness is normal when it's not a neutral shade. I've never really had a blue that didn't patch up a little bit, so that's why you want to go over it a couple of times, but I think the final result was really pretty. So next I'm going to go in with this shade Dragonfly on a bigger, more fluffy brush, and I'm going to take that to blend over all of the edges and smooth it all out and give it a more sea foam type of blue-green shape. Since these ones are both a little bit on the darker side and deeper side, I wanted to bring a little more teal into this since, you know, it is meant to be an ocean wave. So now that we've got all of these colors nice and blended out in a nice teal shape and color, we're going to go in and cut the crease. I'm going in with the new e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. This is one that I bought that is too light. I've since gotten a shade closer for me, but since this one is a little light, it's going to be my new crease cut and concealer. So I start in the center and I sort of blink to see where the transfer line is going to be, so I can make sure to bring the cut crease up there. Otherwise, all the shimmer is just going to transfer into my crease anyway and make it look messy. And I found that for my eye shape, this is the best method to make sure that the cut crease stays nice and sharp, which is what you want when you're, say it with me, cutting the crease. So what I've learned from cutting the crease is you just want to be patient, go section at a time, don't use too much product because you don't want your eyes to feel super heavy afterwards. That's not the way you want it to feel throughout the day. If this is a look you're planning to wear out, which I don't know who would, but maybe you would, and if you do, you want to put a thin layer of concealer. So now we're going to go in with this little brush because we're going to get a lot more detailed with our crease cutting. Wish me luck. or wish past Brittany luck since I've already done this. So I'm taking this little liner and I'm taking that concealer and I'm going ahead and making small wave-like shapes and connecting that in towards the concealer that's already there. This was extremely stressful for me, and you want to go slow, pay attention, look at what you're doing, and go, again, slow and precise, bringing it out into the shape of the eyeshadow in the same direction, obviously, and then connecting it in with the concealer that's already down there. Once you have it done, you start to kind of blend it all together so it's not a big difference between the wave and the original cut crease, and then just smooth it all out, redefine that crease, and go from there. Okay, now that we got the shape just right, we're going to go ahead and go in with a flat concealer brush and clean up the edges. Make sure there's no spot where the concealer is too thick so that it isn't patchy and like crunchy when you're done. Okay, now we're going to go in with the Burn Book from Storybooks Cosmetics and take the shade Cool Mom on a flat little brush, and we're going to start pressing that everywhere that we put the ocean wave and we have that tacky concealer. This blue is so pretty, and it was really a nice pairing with the shades that I had in the crease. Then I'm going to take a small little detail brush to try to fit that blue precisely in the wing shape of the concealer. It was a little bit tricky, but it ended up working out just fine. Now that we have successfully done that, we're going to take the shade Mouse Duh and we're going to put it on the front half of this eye and give it a little more dimension and a little more shine towards the inner corner, which is obviously what you always want. And now we're going to do the other hard part. It's all hard. And we're going to take the ColourPop liquid liner, the new ones, and we're going to take the white shade and we're going to reinforce that cut crease and make it a little more intense and deliberate in our cutting. It is really hard, and you got to go, well, not hard. You just got to pay attention. You have to have patience, and you have to go slow to make sure you don't mess up, because you don't want to do all this work and then mess it up at this stage. That would be such a pain in the ass, in my opinion. So I went really slow and just sketched the white and made sure that it all looked really clean and seamless. A tip that really helped me in doing this was to not try to do one quick line like you would with a wing liner, and to just kind of put it down slowly and sketch. Look how nice that honestly looks. Oh, I did it! Good. Come look at what I did. Alright, so next I went in with the navy blue liner, and I'm just going to put that against my lash line. I'm not going to bring it out into a wing shape. I'm just going to keep it real close and connect it from my inner corner to the outer corner of that white. I could have gone in with black here, but I thought since ColourPop offered a navy blue, why not make this look as blue as possible, since I'm blue. If I was green, I would die. So now that the top of the eye is done, we're going to go in on the lower lash line and we're going to take the shade Neptune and we're going to smoke that out on the lower lash line, bringing it from the outer corner to the inner corner. Once I was done with this shade, I realized I didn't really like it that much, so I went in with that initial shade that we used and I packed that on top to make it into a nice, more teal shade, but having the Neptune under it just made it a little bit deeper, and I was very into how it looked. So now that we're all done, we're going to make the other eye match, and then I will bring you in now for the final look. See you then. Okay guys, so this is the completed makeup look. I went ahead and added a tiny little fish. That's on a little fish right there, because Pisces is the fish and this is the fish that is the Pisces. I also put white in the waterline and some mascara, and my lips here are Commando by Kylie Cosmetics and For the Clout from ColourPop. If you haven't seen the lip swatch video, those new glosses, I'll link it up there. I wanted a real glossy lip because the ocean is water and water is wet and my lips look wet, so... And also, For the Clout has a little bit of an orange tint, and the orange with the fish and the fish with the orange. I am so professional, and I think things through and detail oriented. Give me a thumbs up if you think that I'm detail oriented. Alright, anyways, I guess that completes this video. I don't really have much more to say. I hope if you are a Pisces, you enjoyed this, and I did you justice, and I hope you have a very good birthday, or had a very good birthday. I don't know much about Pisces. Why don't you leave me a little bit of information on Pisces down below, because I really don't know that much about you guys, and I would love to. I myself am a Scorpio, and I got lip gloss on my teeth. So yeah, that's going to complete this video. Thank you so much for hanging out. Please subscribe before you leave, and if you are still watching videos, why don't you click on one of these over here. These are links to videos I put up in the past, and if you click on my face over here, it'll take you to where you can subscribe, so we can hang out all the time. Look at me, my nails match my makeup. I thought this through. Anyways, thank you so much, and I will hopefully see you next time.